Begode wheels are completely destroying the market in Europe and also in the United Kingdom, and is definitely not helping you as a customer. This is just my point of view. Why I'm saying this? If you want to know everything about it, stay tuned until the end of the video. Hi everyone, Marcus here from madpack, and if you love EUCs, PVs and everything that have an E of electricity, this is the place for you. And today we are going to talk about something that nobody is really talking about, that is related with the amount of wheels that they are coming out from Begode. What is the disadvantage for you as a customer? What is even the disadvantage for me as a YouTuber living in the UK? And obviously, even if I was living in Europe, I'll give the example, for example, of Wrong Way, my good friend, why I feel that in a certain way Begode is killing the market in Europe. As you are aware, Begode is basically almost releasing a new wheel every week. It seems almost ridiculous, but in a certain moment of the year was almost like that. Giving the example of a good friend of mine, he bought the EX20. A few months later, they announced the EX30. And in many situations, like for example happens with the Begode Hero here in the UK, there were people that bought the Begode Hero, but after Begode have just announced the Begode Master, that I have already done the review, and I said to you guys that I found this wheel inferior to the Begode Hero. So if you want to check that video, definitely check it out. And also I definitely don't recommend to buy this one, but if you want, that is in another video. What happened is they bought the Begode Hero. They were waiting for the Begode Hero because they basically was one of the first ones to buy that wheel, and Begode released a wheel that is more powerful than the Begode Hero and is even cheaper. Obviously, what happened to that person, if I were in their place and I didn't try the Hero and it's coming something that is even faster and maybe is even better, I'll have just call my distributor and saying, I don't want this wheel anymore and I want to buy another one. And that is really bad for a distributor. So if you put yourself on the shoes of a distributor, you'll find that you are spending your money in a product that even before it reaches your market is already discontinued, or that is already something better than the one that they just bought it and they just receive it. And that puts the distributor in a situation that they don't want to purchase their wheels because they risk to get the wheels and they have problems. They risk to receive a wheel and it's already basically discontinued, or there is already something better, so nobody's going to buy them, and for that they need to drop the price and lose money. So that's not good. If you remember this channel not a long time ago, I was one of the channels that was bringing in the first place many wheels, because if you think about it, Begode not a long time ago they released what? The EX, the EXN, they released the RS, and they didn't release much more than that. That was basically much less wheels than they released the Master, they released the Master Pro, they released the T4, they released the M10-4. Obviously they are different wheels, but they never stop. They released the EX20, they released the EX30. Too many wheels, man. Too many wheels for a distributor to continue to purchase them, to wait to see if people want to buy them or not. But you can say, I'm just a consumer and I don't really care what happens to a distributor. In the end of the day, if the distributor is buying of something that they will not be able to sell, or when they sell they are going to lose money, they will stop to do it. If they know that this brand, Begode, is basically always releasing a new wheel all the 3 months, 2 months, whatever, and maybe the ones they are just buying, they discontinue them, that's a problem for you as a consumer, because if you have that wheel, you have more risks to need a new motherboard, a new motor, and they are not available anymore. And if there is so many wheels on the market, obviously your local distributor will not have panels on the sides to replace for every single wheel, because even for example on the EXN I have to replace the 2 panels, and I was struggling to find one of the sides. I could just find the left, not the right. These motherboards, is maybe these pads for this wheel, that obviously this wheel is similar to the Begode T4, but for sure the pads, they have different sizes. They are going to be different. This LED is different from the one that you find on the T4, and all that is a problem for you. And why I'm saying that is destroying Europe and UK, and not I'm saying that is destroying the EUC market wherever you live. In United States and Canada, they are the 2 biggest markets. And if you are not aware how this works, it's very simple. So when a company, let's say Begode, release a master, they are going to inform their distributors that they are going to produce this amount of wheels, and they give priority to the distributor that gives them more money. And I'm talking obviously about eWheels, that is also my distributor in United States, my distributor in Canada, because it's also quite big, that EVs. So also if you are in Canada, if you want to buy from them, and have a link on the description below and have some discounts, definitely check it out. And after comes the other ones, the distributors in the UK, the distributors in Europe, and that becomes harder and harder. If you think about my eWheels, for example, in Europe, many times was like, you are out of stock, you're out of stock. I just made the video, but you are out of stock. Why? Because, like I said, Begode, Emotion, Kingsong, they give priority to their market that gives them more money and that they sell more wheels, United States and Canada. The distributors in Europe and UK, they are always delayed. So if you put yourself in the mind, obviously, of a consumer, you look to your local distributor and they don't have that wheel, what is your next step? I'm going to buy online and I'm going to purchase from China, maybe from AliExpress. And after that, he complains because they never received the wheel, or the wheel arrived defected. They don't give him any support, like I had already saw multiple times. So it creates this bad environment, if you want, about electric unicycles in Europe. Is delayed, so I need to maybe buy from China, or I need to wait. But when they wait, Begode just announced a new wheel that basically discontinued this one, so I don't want it anymore. So you can see that it's a big issue. Talking about myself, I'm really struggling to get wheels. First of all was because of Brexit. Second, my distributor in the UK, eRides, doesn't want to purchase wheels all the time, and I don't blame him. We know that first batch have problems. We don't know if people really want to buy that wheel or not. Look to the veteran Abrams, just problems, nobody really buying them. He bought one to test it out. It was the first Abrams available on the market for us to ride, and I had the possibility to review it and be one of the first ones to ride that wheel. That brings problems for distributors, that brings problems even for me to review. And that's why, for example, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, that Adams, I believe, I didn't talk about this with him, but I believe that's the reason why he moved from Poland, away from his family and friends, to move to Canada, to be able to be close to a distributor that have the availability in the first place before everyone else to put a video out. Because also here, I'm limited. The group rides, they go out with, imagine, the Begode Master, and after I can have access to the wheel to do these videos for you guys. But I'm really thankful for all the wheels that I can bring here. This was just my way of putting out my thoughts and also sharing with you guys a bit of the struggle and why I don't agree with the policy of Begode. They are fighting against themselves, just putting out new wheels and new wheels. I think they should take a little bit longer and trying to understand how they can improve, how they can be more efficient, how they can make them better wheels, how they can basically reduce costs but not reducing on the quality of the wheels. Because this brand, basically, I just see them improving and getting worse, improving and getting worse, and I'm a bit tired of that. My name is Marco, this is madpack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face, and I hope to see you in the next one.